today? Well, I should say one artist, four architects. So we're going to kind of catch up architecture-wise all the way up to current day. So we're going to do four architects. First one we have today, Piet Mondrian. Piet Mondrian. With Piet, we had Post-Impressionism. Then we kind of skipped around here. We've already had certain artists, such as Pablo Picasso, Braque. So we've had Cubism happen. And then all of a sudden we had a World War I. And we have to understand at that time there was just massive chaos in the world. And people didn't understand it, that every day, thousands of people would die in this war. And so this artist very much didn't understand that, and he thought that whatever was nature or human there was no order to that. There was no order to nature, no order to human interactions. And so what he wanted to do was create an art that was very orderly. He did know how to paint, so he studied the Impressionists, Post-Impressionists, as you can see here. Very beautifully done. I mean, just very cool. But his style changed very, very much. He knew how to paint realistically, everything like that. So a lot of times people look at his art and be like, well, he just couldn't paint realistically. No, he could. That's why I'm showing you this stuff. Again, get into a little more expressionism, where it's about the colors and expressing the mood. So he dabbled in all these little styles. And he started to abstract it, pull away from reality. That maybe we don't worry about color. Maybe it's not about all this chaos. But I want to try and find order. By the way, simple little drawing, right? So if you think about it, it's just horizontal, vertical lines. All shaped in an oval kind of space. Closer than farther away. I mean, all of you could probably copy this very easily, correct? But he was thinking about all of his elements, spacing, proportions, just simple little things like that made a nice art piece. Nice art piece. And this is his style. What he wanted to do was get rid of any curves. He wanted straight lines. He wanted order. In this world of chaos where World War I and everyone's dying, he wanted order. So what he basically went down to was vertical, horizontal lines, three colors, red, yellow, blue, white, gray, black. That's the only things he used. He wanted order. With that, he would just change them up. Very much change them up. Now, people are like, well, he just abstracted things to where you don't even, it's nothing, absolutely nothing. He actually abstracted. Remember, abstract is to pull from. He pulled from different things. He looked at different things. Specifically, this one. Was it this one? Can't remember. But anyway, we'll get to it. It'll jump out. This is composition in red, yellow, and blue, number 5, I think. That's what he would title it. Composition in red, yellow, and blue, number 5. Or number 10, or number 20. But, yep, okay. He would go from certain things. He would pull from certain things. Famous things. You see the same structure? And even this little corner here. He was actually looking at Whistler's mother in order to do this piece. Same kind of structure, big area, side area. He shifted that over because he thought that would balance it a little bit more. But very much was looking at different structures. So he was just basically basing it down. He took Whistler's idea and then abstracted it. Because Whistler was like, hey, I just want to focus on the basic shapes. And basically Mondrian was like, okay, I'm just going to draw basic shapes instead of realistic things. So that's how he went around it. You got a little more complicated with some of them. A little more crazy. Or not, how is this, non-simplified? His name's Piet Mondrian. His style, fun style. He's German. I'm going to show you this one eventually. His style is called space, S-T-J-L-E, I believe, yeah. Spelled right. Yeah, sorry, S-T-I-J-L. S-T-I-J-L. Or as we like to refer to it in the art room, distill! Which means the style. It means the style. If you want to know that, you probably should write that down. The style. It's German. So we're thinking like German World War I. Distill! Anyway. So that is distill, the style. He was known for what I'm going to test you over. Where'd it go? Only use red, blue, and yellow. Only use red, blue, and yellow. Only use red, blue, and yellow. So those were the only colors that he used. He simplified it. Complementary. Red, blue, yellow. And because I make every other color. So, the way we remember it. I'm going to show you this image. Has anyone had those like oranges? Those like little oranges? They're not. Starts with a man. What are they called? Mandarin oranges. I always like to think that this is like a little mandarin, mandarin Mondrian. I don't know. That's the only way I can think of, and it helps me remember. This is a little mandarin orange or a Mondrian orange. Yes. So Piet Mondrian, a little mandarin Mondrian. It's not the best way, but it's what we got.
Is that romantic or classical?
Good question. Romantic or classic?
Classic.
Classic. It is. Boom, boom. Structure. Order. Very much classical. All right. Moving on. This was... We had Gothic cathedrals. We had St. Peter's Square that we talked about. But now we get into architecture. This is right around 1900s. Louis Sullivan. He is the father of skyscrapers. Father of skyscrapers. And what he did was, basically steel became prevalent, and he used that for his buildings. He's the first one to really design skyscrapers, go up into the sky. And he would use steel beams. He had this saying, form follows function. Think about that for a second. Form follows function. Anyone want to elaborate on that? What does that mean? Form follows function. Okay, fundamentals. What does form mean? Different than shape, right? Yeah. What's the difference between a form and a shape?